Hello everyone. Hello. Welcome back to the channel. My voice is going to be a little bit low today because I've been one of those people just fighting the flu. This crazy weather. I'm telling you, there is some crazy weather. Just hot, cold, mostly cold, but some days where it's a little bit warmer and then you got that cold weather. And so anyway, I'm going to push through and welcome to the channel. If you are new, if you're returning, welcome back to the channel. So what I want to do today is talk about Psalm 46. So Psalm 46 verses 1 to 3. A lot of you probably know that. That's popular piece of scripture right there. I'm going to try to break that down, my version of it at least, add my little touch or twist to it at least, right? But that's going to be the focus for today. Psalm 46 verses 1 to 3. All right, let's talk about it. So it says, I'm going to read, God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble. Therefore will not we fear, though the earth be removed, and though the mountains be carried into the midst of the sea, though the waters thereof roar and be troubled, though the mountains shake with the swelling thereof, though all of that stuff happen, we shall not fear. I'm gonna go through verse by verse. God is our refuge and strength, right? Refuge and strength. In other words, I know everyone who comes across this video has been through something in their life where you're like, where do I go? What do I do? Before we even start talking about where you're going to find the strength to get through it, right? Where do I go? God is our refuge. Like, where do you go in a time like this? Where do you go when you just feel like, God, everything is crashing down on me? Like, absolutely everything is crashing down on me. How am I going to find the strength to get over this, to get through this, to get past this? All types of trouble. It could be financial trouble. It could be relationship trouble. It could be legal trouble. No matter the trouble, you're asking yourself, like, how can I get through this? What do I need to do to be able to get through this situation that I'm in, right? And God says, I am your refuge and your strength. And when you just don't believe, when you just don't feel like you got anything left to give, like you just broken, it looks like everything is just closing in on you, around you, over you, under you. You feel pressured, you feel squeezed, you feel like, whew, and then we mount a lot of times, oh my God. Kind of like, what am I going to do? God says, I am your refuge and strength. So come to me, lay all those problems, come lay them through prayer or just through a conversation with God. I don't think to pray, I don't think we got to get down on our knees every single time and pray. I think you could be, I don't know, I'll be walking and talking to God. I love to walk. I like to get my 10,000 steps or whatever the case is, especially if I can't make it to the gym. So I like to get out and I like to walk. And a lot of times I'm just walking and I'm just kind of like, God, help me figure this out. God, help me figure that out. It's not always let me kneel and pray. Look, I'm not saying don't kneel and pray, right? Because I will kneel and pray too. But I'm saying sometimes you just need to just have that conversation. Whether you kneeling, standing, walking, driving, whatever the case is, when you talking to God, God knows you talking to him. He knows you talking to him. He says, I am your refuge. So we can bring all that stuff. So if you got a lot of stuff on your chest right now, you got a lot you dealing with, financial problems, legal problems, relationship problems, friendship problems, no matter the issue, take it to God, and then He will give us the strength we need to be able to persevere, to get us out of trouble. Whatever the trouble is, He can get us out of that trouble. It says, therefore, will not we fear. In other words, do not fear. Do not fear. Don't even worry about fear. Do not fear. Because God's got it. God has got it. You know, and sometimes, man, it could be, I was talking to some people recently, and sometimes it could be something like a fear of leaving your job. You know, there are people who are not happy with perhaps like where they work or whatever the case is. But they're scared of taking that step, scared of getting out there and stepping out there and you know, trying something new, you know, putting a resume out there, going to a new place. Of course, there's always the unknown, right? You never know what you're walking into based on what you're leaving. But if you're already unhappy where you are, then why stay in it? It could be the fear of moving on from a toxic relationship. There are people who are fearful of leaving relationships that are hurting them, not helping them. And they have a fear of that. Yeah, there are people who are in a bad situation, but will stay in the bad situation because it's what they know, instead of going out in hopes of something better. So that's why God says, therefore, will not we fear. We should not fear, because fear holds us back. It prevents us from accomplishing the things we want to accomplish. It prevents us from finding the happiness that we want to find. Fear holds us back. Don't be fearful. Though the earth be removed, that's to tell you how powerful God is. Is that you can move the earth, and I got your back. Somebody can move the earth from under you. And when I interpret this as someone just yanking something away from you, whether it's a job, a sense of security, financial, relationship, a house, whatever. So they just yank it away from you and says, even though the earth move, I got you. Because I'm going to pick you up and put you somewhere where nobody could do that to you. I'm going to pick you up and put you somewhere where nobody could just move that earth from under you. And though the mountains be carried into the midst of the sea, don't worry about that. If you on that mountain, you're going to be okay. There are times, a lot of times we feel like we are in the sea, right? Where your life just kind of rocking and rolling and all that sort of stuff. And you feel like, man, this is like a roller coaster type of thing, right? God says, no. Even if you like on a mountain and you get washed into the sea, don't you worry about that, because you're not going to drown. How many of you out there have been in a lot of situations in your life? I've been in a lot, and I did not drown. Somehow, some way, I kept praying, I kept going. I kept praying, I kept going. I kept praying, I kept going. Literally, it might sound kind of funny, but it's the truth. I kept praying and going, praying and going, praying and going, trying to figure it out, knowing somehow, some way it's going to work out. That's like when the earth gets pulled from under your feet. That's like when the mountain that you're standing on gets washed away. You got to keep going. God says, I got you. No matter, I got you. Nobody's going to drown you, because I got you. Though the waters thereof roar and be troubled, and it's going to get rough. Those are the rough waters in life. Those rough waters in life. The troubled times. Though the mountains shake with the swelling thereof, and they're moving, and they're rocking, they're rolling. You're going to say, no. God says, I got you. The mountains can shake. The earth can be removed from below your feet. You could be in the seas, just turbulent waters, troubled, stuff just rocking and roaring. The water's moving. Those are the waters and the rocky times in your life, the shaky times in your life. And God said, I still got you. I still got you. No matter how rough it gets, rugged it gets, I still got you. It's not that it's going to be easy, but with God, it's possible. It's not that it's going to be easy, but with God, it's possible. Psalm 46, verses 1-3. Talk some scripture with me, man. Drop something in the comments. Hit the like button. Road to 5,000 and beyond, right? So leave your comments, subscribe, all that good stuff. 2 things I always close every video with. Do something good for someone. You do not have to be rich to do something good for someone. I just want to put that out there. Do something good for someone, and then do something good for yourself. If you need to walk away from a relationship, do it. If you need to walk away from a job, do it. If you need to walk into a good situation, go ahead and do it. And if you're fearful, remember God's got your back. Till next time.